It's good. It's good.
So, Jack, did friending a lot of Pakistani help you in any way, or understanding the culture in anything, or in any other way?
A number of the Pakistanis that I friended taught me different things about the culture. Some of the people that are friends of yours on Facebook are very forward thinking. They're culturally advanced, and so as a consequence, they were looking at things, ways of connecting with people. They were not locked in the so-called box, and that was really good to see. My challenge, personally, is I speak only one language. So I don't even have additional other languages that I can share with people, yet alone anything to do with Arabic or Pakistani. I don't have any ability to really communicate with folks in Pakistan on a cultural level. Yet I see that there are a phenomenal number of really, really sharp people, very inventive, very assiduous, practical, working people in Pakistan, ready to have, their own industrial revolution in many respects. And a lot of this is because of the nature of our world at the time, and the information technology is going to be in computer-based areas. It's going to be in information technology. It's quite likely going to be in rockets and other kinds of satellite communication information, because those areas are still expanding. The world is shrinking, and Pakistan is on the cusp, with a lot of very well-educated people, of being part of making that happen in a really positive way.
What were you suggesting to do?
Well, I think that what you're doing makes sense. I mean, building bridges, because it all, in my view, comes down to understanding. The more we understand other people, the more we're able to connect with them, and we can find out where we share values and where we can learn from where we don't share values. And that's really, sort of the cusp of things. There's, some studies that I'm part of that have really brought about so-called impossible changes in the world, because they saw that issues were not religious and issues were not racial. They were actually values-oriented. And when those bridges were built between the values systems, massive change occurred. Pardon. So South Africa is a perfectly good example of that. But I mean, same things have been applied in Iceland. There's been a lot of nationalization of product and a lot of privatization of services. And in those processes, there's a tremendous amount of change that goes on for people. And they feel very, very threatened unless they understand what's going on and how it's serving the greater good. Everybody wants to be part of serving the greater good.
Would you advise other people in Pakistan to friend more people in America and other places?
Yes, I would. I would think that it would really serve them in a lot of very positive ways. I think being open-minded on both parties, in America and in Pakistan, is really valuable. Finding out exactly where there are opportunities to be able to get to know people, where they are, and that's part of a critical understanding, is being able to understand other people's models of the world. A lot of the beliefs that we've had as humans throughout time is that whatever it is we happen to believe is the ultimate truth. And it's typically not. It's an evolutionary process of us growing and expanding in the world with other humans. And, some of that's done by making things, building products and services, expanding connection and communication, shortening the distances. It was just 100 years ago that, radio and, telegraph were created. I mean, it was 150 years ago that, locomotives were created. And here we're running around in automobiles that are starting to park themselves, and, we have electric vehicles that now are completely auto remotely operated. The singularity is coming. 2035 is very close. We're only 20 years away. And a lot of folks just don't have any awareness of these concepts. And they're coming whether we know about them or not. The
Jack,
world's changing.
It's been an honor knowing you over the years. Thank you for taking the time coming here. And
Thank you.
I hope that you will keep us, helping us by connecting more people and more Americans to people around the world.
Absolutely. My pleasure.
So this is Jack Austin, Facebook hand.